Today we are in China's third largest city, which is Guangzhou, and it's located right on the Pearl River in the south of China. And it has over 15 million people living in this urban area.
And we're starting out our day in the Cheng Square, or also known as the Flower City Square, that is right in front of the city's probably most iconic image, which is this huge tower behind me, the Canton Tower. Currently the 5th tallest freestanding structure in the world, sitting at 604 meters in height, and it is incredibly impressive. And I think the fact that it stands completely by itself, completely on its own, there's nothing else surrounding it, makes it all the more impressive as well. But this square is super nice. As you can see behind me, there is just loads of huge big skyscraper buildings, and they are all wicked looking. It's really fresh, it's really clean, the whole area is super modern. There's lovely music being played around in the background as well. However, there's some loudspeaker going on at the minute. And because it's nicknamed the Flower City Square, you can probably already guess that there is loads of beautiful colourful flowers everywhere. And off a first impression, this place is gorgeous. Standing right here, I can see so many incredible buildings, and the architecture is amazing. The city library is right over here behind me as well, which is this super unique looking building. The architecture there is very interesting, and it's one of the must visit locations in the city. So we actually just popped into it there this morning, and inside it's also pretty cool. It is massive in itself. We've also got a big museum over at the other side that is another really interestingly crafted building. Very beautiful as well, and a really interesting black colour. And honestly, I just can't believe the city from a first glance. It is just really tropical, really vibrant, really modern, and I think we're gonna like it here. I also forgot to mention that in this specific area right here where I'm at, there's something pretty exciting that happens in the evening time around 8 PM that we're going to come back to later to see. So even though this is the start of today's video, the start of our trip in the city, it's also going to be the end of it. And directly underneath this square area, there's actually a full-blown mall as well. One that we're not going to go and get involved in and stuck into, because we want to see the outskirts of the city. We want to see the outside, the attractions. Not really interested in going into the mall, but it is very unique and cool that there's a full mall right underneath where we're walking at the moment. I must say, the city is honestly beautiful looking when you're looking around you. We have come over to this big main bridge that connects the square that we were in to the area where the Canton Tower is, which is right over here. And the bridge is beautiful. Look at all of these lovely pink flowers the whole way down along the side of it. They're also playing some really nice classical kind of music off some of the speakers the whole way along. It's super clean as well, which is just beautiful. And it's also really calm. There's nobody here. We are here on what's today? Tuesday. So it's midweek, and I'm gonna say that's why there's very little people about. But it's lovely right over the Pearl River here, and we know you can do a river cruise in the evening time going up and down the river. I don't think we're gonna bother with that one, to be honest, but what a lovely wee bridge to go walk across. Little bridge, it's actually a massive bridge, to be honest with you. Very impressive. Let me take a moment so I can tell you about the sponsor of today's video, which is Level 8. Level 8 have a very wide range of cases available, but me and Aisling have went for two different options. I have went for the Ancient Black carry-on with this lovely, very slick matte finish. It also then has a double locking system, so you can open and close your suitcase very securely. Aisling has went for the Voyager carry-on in this lovely vibrant yellow as well, and again it is beautiful. It's like a wee pop and ray of sunshine with that vibrant colour. And over on their website, level8cases.com, you can check out their wide range of styles, sizes and colours available. But in my opinion, the best feature about these cases, they have full 360-degree spinning quiet wheels. And honestly, you don't know how much you appreciate a quiet spinning wheel on a suitcase until you've had a suitcase that has the opposite of this, like our old suitcase right here. So if you want to check out Level 8 cases for yourself, then make sure to head over to their website, or you can use the link down in the description box of this video below, and you can use our code Owen and Aisling 10 to get 10% off your order. Now, let's get back over to the video. So I've just landed over to Beijing Street, which is a large pedestrian area right in the city centre that is really popular for shopping and dining. And so far the area looks beautiful. There's lovely big trees lining the place up and down with loads of wee decorations hanging from everywhere. So I think we're going to do a bit of shopping.
actually think that all of the lanterns and decorations that are hanging are actually just advertisements for the different restaurants. Very, very smart.
So this right behind us looks like something very interesting. It's like a big water feature entrance, but we've been tricked by this numerous times before here in China. This is actually just the entrance into like a store shop that sells loads of like knickknacks and souvenirs and different like just different wee accessories and things, but this is normally their entrance, so it kind of entices people in, and it works every time. Plus they normally have really good aircon and you get a wee sprinkle from the water on the entrance, so I think we're still going to go in. We're not falling for the trick this time, we're choosing to go in. Oh wow, look at the roof
And the shop.
And this is the store I was telling you about, but I'm still glad we came in. Honestly, they're really, really cool, and I actually really enjoy coming into them. We never get anything because it's just not the type of things we're looking to buy, but they are fun. We break up during the day to come in out of the sun, chill out for a wee bit, and yeah, some wee interesting items too.
We have to give full credit to them because that was amazing. The design, they put a lot of thought into it. It gets all the senses going. You've got the steam puffing down in your face, the water, fabulous. Fabulous.
So you've probably seen from a lot of our other China videos, these pedestrian streets are in most cities across the country, but they're never fully a pedestrian street. There's always loads of electric bikes going up and down and people cycling, and you do need to watch where you're going a lot of the time because the people on the bikes drive pretty fast and can be pretty dangerous. There's an odd time where we're walking along, we're looking at something in a shop window, or we're like smelling some good food that we're walking past, and it's like you have to dodge out of the way from the bikes. So do just be careful, bit of a word of warning. Just off Beijing Street is a serene escape from the city's lively energy, Dafo Temple, or also known as the Great Buddha Temple. This iconic landmark has stood for over 1,000 years. As you step inside, the air fills with the soothing aroma of incense, and the atmosphere shifts to one of quiet reflection. Visitors come here not just to admire the temple's beauty, but to seek a blessing and find inner peace. In the courtyard you can hear the soft chants of monks and the gentle movement of the ancient trees, creating a meditative space. A big contrast to the streets just beyond the temple's walls.
Well, that was a beautiful little bit of an oasis in the middle of this pedestrian street, which I wasn't expecting to find. This is so funny. They're literally doing eye tests right in the middle of the street. There's loads of these little hut type things. This one's doing the lottery. They're doing an eye test back there. Some of them are just normal shops, but an eye test in the middle of the street. Talk about convenient.
We always find that off these big main streets, it's always the cute wee side streets and the wee alleyways that really pull us in. Normally they're just a wee bit more quirky, just a wee bit nicer to walk down, and normally less people.
And very photogenic as well. Look at these walls, all the flowers, the lanterns. They've always got a much cuter touch than the main streets. And here on the Beijing pedestrian street, you can get a little glimpse into the history of Guangzhou, because down the middle of the street there is this glass panel, and underneath it you can see some of the ancient roads that date to the Ming dynasty and the Song dynasty. I think there's a few others as well, but underneath here you can literally see parts of the different gates, the roads. It's very, very interesting, and Guangzhou as a city has a lot of history that I'm not going to get into because I'll definitely get it wrong.
But what we can tell you is that Guangzhou actually used to be a walled-in city many years ago, and we've just seen a full 3D sculpture of the old walls-in city right here in the centre of Beijing Street, and it's actually super cool to see because it was a massive area. Nearly all of the wall has been deconstructed and taken down at the moment, so there isn't really any of it left to go and see. But I'll tell you something, China loves a wall. We've been to Xi'an and we've checked out the walled city there. We've walked in the Great Wall of China. We've seen a few other of the major walls around China, and they just love it. But honestly, it's fascinating for us to see. The city isn't known just as Guangzhou as well. It's also known and referred to as Canton. And this came from a long time ago, whenever there was a lot of European and Western trade happening here. which still happens today. Guangzhou is located right on the Pearl River, which is really close to the South China Sea, which means it's perfect for import, export and trade. And to this day, it's a massive trade point here in China. Maybe the largest trading city in all of China. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. But yeah, they adopted the name of Canton. For what reason, I don't know. But basically, yeah, it's known as Canton and Guangzhou, even though Guangzhou is the official name of the city. I don't think I'll ever get bored or sick of looking at these massive 3D screens that you get in some of these mega cities. We've seen them all over Japan, we've seen them in South Korea, and we've seen quite a few of them here in China. And they're just fascinating. Honestly, the graphics in them, the quality is incredible. They're always on a round part of the corner of a building, so it looks like it's a fully like 3D image. Like there's a big astronaut popping out here and he's waving. There was elephants in the screen earlier, and they are just super cool. Now, we did say at the start of this video that we're going to be finishing out our day at the same location as we started, back over near the Canton Tower.
Wow. And it looks like we're just in time for a water performance.
That was amazing. What an end to our day. The city here is honestly fantastic. It is just such a vibe. We love it here. To be honest, we've loved every city we've visited in China. They have just been absolutely amazing. We're going to call this one a day here. Thank you so much for watching the video. We really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button down there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you next Sunday for another video.